I have some breaking news as Donald Trump's administration just got brutally confronted on the Congress floor. That's right, this was an absolutely scathing and brutal engagement, and it's certainly nothing you'll want to miss. How's it going? My name is Hunter Avalone with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, before I've called Trump the toddler-in-chief, but right now he's acting a lot more like the flip-flopper-in-chief. As we all know, Trump announced his Liberation Day tariffs, and it has been a total disaster ever since. Now, out of nowhere, Trump decided to pause these tariffs for 90 days.
Mr. Trade Representative, are you aware that the tariffs have been paused?
I am, yes.
When were you made aware of that?
Well, I understood the decision was made a few minutes ago.
There's no strategy. You just found out 3 seconds ago, sitting here, we saw you.
This was driven by the president's strategy. He and I had a long talk on Sunday, and this was his strategy all along.
But you're thinking about why you decided to put a 90-day pause.
Well, I thought that people were jumping a little bit out of line. They were getting yippy, you know? They were getting a little bit yippy, a little bit afraid.
None of this, however, is stopping Trump's former national security advisor from absolutely dissing the president for his insane tariffs on China.
What Trump is doing is a huge opportunity for China worldwide. These tariffs are a form of economic illiteracy. Trump has no idea really what he's talking about. He doesn't understand how tariffs works. He has said as recently as a few days ago he views trade surpluses and deficits as like a profit and loss statement, which they certainly are not. So what he's doing has put us in a very vulnerable position, and probably in the worst position possible to go after the real country problem in the international trading system, which is China. Instead of taking on the country that's stolen our intellectual property for decades, among other things, by gathering our allies together, all of whom also suffer from China's intellectual property theft, and engaging in concerted action, we're at war with our largest trading partners while we're about to go to war with China as well. It simply makes no sense, and it's just sad and depressing that more Republicans haven't stood up and said that. This is illiteracy.
So that is brutal, but also remember, this is only a 90-day pause. Trump is still planning on imposing these asinine tariffs soon. That's right, because the moment you've all been waiting for is finally here. Trump's administration was brutally confronted on the Congress floor.
Is this market manipulation?
No.
Why not? If it was a plan, if it was always the plan, how is this not market manipulation?
It's not market manipulation, sir.
Well, then what is it? Because it sure is not a strategy.
We're trying to reset the global trade system.
That's
offshored all of our factories.
And what has that done?
How
have you achieved any of that? But to enact enormous harm on the American people, which was our concern from the very beginning. Tariffs are a tool. It can be used in the appropriate way to protect U.S. jobs and small businesses. But that's not what this does. So if it's not market manipulation, what is it? Who's benefiting? What billionaire just got richer?
To answer his question, a lot of billionaires benefited. In fact, Bloomberg reported that the world's richest people added $304 billion to their combined net worth, the largest one-day gain in the history of the Bloomberg Billionaire Index.
And all the while, there are not even any Republicans left in this hearing. They all left because they don't even want to defend this. But meanwhile, the Speaker is rushing to the floor to pass a budget reconciliation to screw America by passing the biggest tax cut in history on the backs of the American people? WTF? Who's in charge? Because it sure doesn't look like it's the trade representative. You just got the rug pulled out from under you.
That is absolutely brutal, and it should have Trump, along with his entire administration, completely panicking. Even more so, a recent video has just leaked showing Donald Trump congratulating a bunch of his billionaire friends for making a bunch of money after he announced the pause on tariffs.
This is Charles Schwab. It's not just a company, it's actually an individual. And he made $2.5 billion today, and he made $900 million. That's not bad, because, he's in financials. I've always been following.
This once again demonstrates that Trump is either in over his head or he is malicious. Either way, he's incompetent. And now we're seeing potential market manipulation take place right in front of all of our eyes. I'm sorry, Trump is not making America great again. Trump is simply making America into a joke.